Hey everybody, what's going on? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome in to our normally Friday Patreon live stream. Today we're doing it on a Thursday. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Happy Thursday. Looking forward to our music today. This, of course, is Endless Possibility from Song Unleashed. Hold on. Good timing. So, today we're going to be checking out music, as always, that normally we would listen to on Fridays. If I had to choose between A Cup of Liberty and Proof of a Hero, which would I say is more inspiring? Proof of a Hero. Proof of a Hero. I may try to get to some Fraud music today, actually. I got a playlist here of every track from Fraud, so I may just do one large episode. I don't know if I'll get to it today, though. I might have to wait till next week after Resident Evil. Because I'm definitely intrigued, as always. Welcome in, you guys. Hope everyone's been doing well. Happy Thursday. I gotta play that. I gotta play that so badly. 10 out of 10, really? Yeah, someone came into chat yesterday and said that it would probably make me throw up, so I'm not sure I'll actually get to playing it. Any plans to fight AT Arkveld on stream? Yeah, there is definitely plans to do that. I would very much like to. It's just it's hard as we get into March. Things become a little bit complicated because Monday is Resident Evil 9. That's 2 days. Hola, Sudamerica. Yeah, so Monday, 2 days. Monday, Tuesday will be Resident Evil 9. And who knows? I mean, I know that you can really min-max that, so I might actually even extend it. I need to get to Woowa's update that is starting today. I might stream it after this stream. So normally these streams are on Fridays. But what ends up happening is I have a thing tomorrow. I'm doing a podcast with Jesse Cox. So so I need to figure out. It's kind of throwing off my schedule, and I also have to do my taxes. So I need to figure out. I need to do my taxes before Saturday, so I need to spend some time with my things. So that's also kind of screwing me up. Also, this month is complicated because Monster Hunter Stories 3 comes out on the 13th, and then Crimson Dawn comes out the 18th or 19th, and that's like a big one for me. Crimson Dawn will be a game, unless I absolutely hate it, Crimson Dawn will be a game that I stream, like no live stream, like the schedule is going to go out the window. So I think I'm actually going to bring back video, like streaming videos, filming myself, streaming videos. See ya, Pitch Champ. Yep, see ya. So I just need to figure out some things. The schedule is kind of all over the place now, and I'm not sure if I want to stream Stories 3 because I want to kind of play it myself, but then if I stream it, I also want to give it the time it deserves. Well, and that would be about 8 days. It's probably enough time if I just no life it. So I'm all over the place. I need to figure this shit out. Also, I did mention, I think it was like last week, I said that I was no longer doing single video reactions, and that was actually incorrect. I think I've sat down, I've spent some time, I talked with my strategist about this, and I think it doesn't make sense to do that because there's a lot of individual tracks, and most of you have come to this channel through individual tracks. Obviously, the goal of moving away from single video tracks is to like reach more people. And I find, one of the hard parts about what I do is because everything I do is variety, one of the things that becomes complicated is I kind of want to unify people under the same sort of banner. But ultimately, like, at the end of the day, like, I'm a cool guy, but like, we're also here because we like specific things. So I think it's actually going to be more of a hybrid approach, where I still want to put out like 2 or 3 videos a week, but I think one video every week will be like a specific thing. Unfortunately, though, it'll probably almost always be something that's a little bit more popular. I have to play the game. Like, YouTube sucks for this particular reason. They really reward trending content and content that's popular. It's not what I want to do, but it's kind of what I have to do. I mean, I guess I don't have to do it either, but it just, the effort required, the money required, all the thing involved with just the way the schedule is, I kind of have to lean into that, which is why like the next video I film is going to be like an underrated video game music video. And my hope is that an underrated video game music video will do well. And this is the other thing too, right? Because it's like, if the underrated video does well, then automatically I know, okay, people care about seeing underrated music because I think it's important, right? So like, I want to have a series where we celebrate and highlight underrated video game music. That's important, right? So it's always a pickle. It's always a conundrum with what to do and how to balance the algorithmic gods, but also like the content that people want, and I mean people, not even individuals, because like that even gets even more granular. So anyway, all that to say, like, I will be doing like, I want to focus on I've listened to the Deadlock main theme, but I want to do an analysis on it. Not only is it because it's popular, but also because it's good and I like playing Deadlock. And then focus in on Ultra Kill, Fraud Layer. I mean, Ultra Kill, not only is that one of the most popular, I mean, in the top 3 videos of this entire channel, Ultra Kill is number 3. So it'd be stupid not to. And I'm also curious to see what they've been cooking up for the last year. You know what I mean? So there's definitely a balance. Hey, Nikki, how are you? I came when you did Bloodborne. Exactly. I mean, and why not? As long as I don't eat pizza and jerky to get famous. I don't know what that means, but let's go ahead with that. So yeah, so those are some of the like internal conundrums, you know. It's also cool you and Bricky and Coefficient have done videos with Jesse on top of being... Yeah. Frutiger Arrow, I can tell you right now, I'll probably never do a video on Frutiger Arrow because I have no idea what that is. And if I don't know what it is, you might be the only one. With respect. Maybe we'll put that on an underrated video game OST listen, you know? Like, so that's the dance. So, you know what I mean? As long as you don't do everything for views. Well, there's a balance, right? I need views to live, but also I want to not lose credibility and also integrity. So it is a balance. Ideally you're doing things you like and you're getting views. That's the dream, right? But that's Donald, you've been so generous. Thank you. That's very nice. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. So it's a balance. No, I don't. Most things I don't do. I don't do most things just for views because I enjoy what I do. You know what I mean? But I also pay my editor $3,000 a month. You know what I mean? So like I also need things to do well because that's money out of, the Patreon, for instance. Do I agree with the sentiment that as a content creator, you want to make content that you'd watch yourself? I mean, yeah, ideally. I think like that's a really good way to balance, but I don't even like reaction content because I would never watch it because I don't watch other reaction content. You know what I mean? So I say that, but like I probably wouldn't. Now I enjoy my enthusiasm. I enjoy the videos where I like am excited about stuff, which is why, like for instance, like with the Dottore boss theme from Genshin Impact, I really didn't like it. So I'm not gonna sit here and film a 14-minute video talking about all the reasons I don't like it. That's lame. You know what I mean? Now I do think that there's a balance, and I do think that like one should also make content on things that they don't like, because I think it helps to be, authentic. But also, like, if you're only doing videos on the stuff you like, do we lose like, critique? Questionable. You know what I mean? Questionable. I think, because I tussled with that and I was like, do I make a video about this? First of all, people are just gonna get mad at me anyway. Second point is that, like, am I providing value or am I just airing my grievances? No, you know what I mean? So like, it's difficult. Am I telling you I only shave my head for views? Absolutely. I only shave my head for validation. Am I planning on doing anything Castlevania related? Yes. Reaction content should be adding opinions and ideas. That's the truth. I think so. Yeah, I agree. Reaction content. I do think that reaction content has changed slightly. I mean, if you think about it, here's the thing. Like, reaction content is actually like very, very, very... If I look up reaction content right now, I'll find anything I could ever want. So like, what's your differentiator? How do you stand out? Because not only are you competing with all of YouTube, which you are in the case of a creator, you're also competing against, well, yourself, and you're also competing against in other individuals. And so like, how do you stand out? How do you choose to be different? And that's something I've really tried to do and work and continue to work on. Yeah, it'll either be later today, Jinx, or it'll be tomorrow morning. I really don't know. It's really tricky. Might be controversial, but I think your reaction content is leagues above others because you don't over-exaggerate reactions to the degree it just becomes a clip farm machine. No, I agree. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do find that there are times when I don't have anything to say. And I think over the years, I've defaulted to feeling like I have to say stuff. especially in the case of like Patreon stuff. Like, I mean, people pay really good money, but like there are moments when I don't have anything to say, so I feel like I'm like pulling something out of my ass, which I don't love. In my mind, it would be better to not say anything. But you know, but I also want to respect the fact that people spend really good money to have something said about the pieces that they share. So there's a balance there as well. But thank you, Donald. I know you're also a big fan, so I know that that's controversial. I mean, end of the day, every person is different unless they choose to present their content in a shallow way. It's true. And you wouldn't even know, because how do you know if someone's shallow? You have no idea. It's just the perception of whether or not they're shallow, you know? Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined. I mean, Dragon Quest, yeah, gorgeous music. I wish I liked Dragon Quest 7 a little bit more than I do. It's a little bit too simple for where I am in my life. I think it'll probably be a game I revisit at some point when I'm feeling a little bit more like less heady. But the music in Dragon Quest 7 is deeply underrated. I actually want to put that in the underrated video that I'm planning on filming next week, because I know that people are going to be like, well, Dragon Quest isn't underrated, but like, it's not underrated in Japan, but it's certainly underrated in the States, I think. Dude, I'm so happy we're getting more Keiichi Okabe music. Oh my god, I can't wait for you. So I just finished up Evangelion, well, and end of Evangelion. And the fact that Yoko Taro and Keiichi Okabe are involved. I hope it's not too near. Like, I hope it's a little bit, you know, it has that Shiro Sagisu vibe to it. But I'm going to say something a little bit contentious. So, in the Netflix version of Evangelion, there's no Fly Me to the Moon at the end. And I think it's interesting because I actually think that the piece that they chose to incorporate in the Netflix dub, or I'm sorry, in the Netflix, not dub, the Netflix like version, actually works really well. Fly Me to the Moon is a really good palate cleanser after a really heavy episode, but I actually felt that I was more uncomfortable with the Netflix choice, or whatever that song is called, versus the Fly Me to the Moon. It's very interesting. It's very interesting how music, especially in a show that's pretty heavy like Evangelion, how different the musical experience can be after an episode. Well, I listened, Marco, I need this information to decide my music pick for next month. Do I have a workout routine? I use VR for workouts. It's the only thing I can commit to for 20 minutes that actually doesn't make me hate my life. So I think, but I mean, I do appreciate a good workout routine and a good workout track. I think it's, for talking, I feel this culture is just friends wanting to share. There's a degree of parasociality, but we also have to, understand boundaries and stuff, right? So there's a balance, because, no one on the internet fully knows the other creator, or the creator they watch. They may feel chummy to them, but like we don't know each other, and so there's a balance, right? There's a delicate balance there of being like the guy on the screen that's also like possibly like someone you perceive of as your friend. And I cultivate that. I think it's important, and I want people to feel heard, right? Especially in a chat format. But there's a balance there that, there's that slight line that you don't necessarily know where the actual line is. And so there's a balance for sure. But I agree. Well, I listened to the new Ultra Kill OST. Yeah, 100%. The timing is crazy, Acadian. Also, Acadian, I think we'll be planning to do your OST stuff on Thursday next week at 10 a.m. if that's okay. Just a heads up. So this time next week. Evangelion is weird. Evangelion is perfect. Your attention span is horrible. That's how I feel, but then I watched it and I consumed it in 2 days. It's amazing. Try not to... Yes, I agree. You need the Fist of the North Star boxing game for Switch? Should one aspire to create conversation and a deeper understanding for music and pieces of art? Of course, 1000%. I agree. Hey, Tenno, how are you? There's a little parasociality in live streams because of the format. 1,000,000%. Wow, the list of songs is long, but I didn't see any Subnautica. There's been a couple. I think you might have missed some. There's been a couple. The finals is great. First time I ever watched EVA, I watched it all in 24 hours. It do be like that. I didn't expect to lock in so hard. Hey, Hydro. I do think it's weird, for sure. Enjoy your lurk, buddy. I do think it's weird. I don't totally disagree with that. It's definitely weird. But weird doesn't mean bad. Weird is definitely weird. It's definitely weird because you go in with one expectation and you come out the other side with a totally different one. And, of course, the contentiousness of the last 2 episodes, which we won't spoil. But, you know, there's a lot going on there. I just finished up Vinland Saga, the manga yesterday night. I liked it. I thought Vinland Saga was really well done from start to finish. There was some pacing stuff for me in the back half of it that I felt was a little bit was a little long. I think we could have cut some of it, but at the same time, the whole journey of Thorfinn was so. I mean, just incredible. I mean, like there's really no words. I'm gonna film a video for it next week probably, but unbelievably good. Yeah. What's the statue I got? Oh, I'm sorry. I'll show you. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, it's the 30th anniversary Evangelion. Hold my hand. Entropy, what are you saying there? My Heaven is definitely a weird song. I'd forgotten, actually. You know what's funny, Reaper, is that My Heaven was in the first of that series that I did, and I forgot, and it's really intense. How do we recommend soundtracks? It's through patreon.com. I've been jamming to some of the new Ultra Kill themes, and there are a few in there that you may really enjoy. I hope so. I hope I fuck with it. My favorite part of Discord is fans sending you memes or videos trying to make you laugh and just scrolling through. I need to laugh. Yeah, I need to actually go in there. I love Silent Hill 2. In other words, I love you. You're just telling everyone you're a homosexual? Okay. Well, you're safe here. Do some Nintendo soundtracks? Well, it's up to my patrons. YouTube's working, yeah. I recently finished Signalis. I might go back to it. I might go back to it. The inventory management was frustrating to me. But I might go back to it because I feel like my tolerance for horror has really improved. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. So that's actually not my picture. That's a picture of my friend Eva Borealis, is a French Twitch streamer. And then I went on. It wasn't too bad. It was about $130 shipped from Japan. I went on eBay. Ichiban Kuji Neon Genesis Evangelion 30th Anniversary Unit 01 figure. So. Fly me through the moon and let me play among the stars. Are you just trying to be an edgelord, Entropy, or are you... You are all I want to... I've never played through Core Keeper, no. Well, that's not true. I played about 5 minutes of it. You are all... What is going on with YouTube Live? I don't know. It's stupid. You are all I long for, all I worship. And... Did I listen to the Music Zebai trailer? Genshin? No. I haven't done a lot of Genshin. Well, I haven't done any Genshin in a little while. I don't foresee myself doing any Genshin anytime soon. Just because I don't know. I don't seem to agree with a large portion of the fan base. So I did hear great things about the Varka trailer, so I may do one anyway. Have I played Ico? No. How many tracks left? About 20, the usual. Good morning, Jim. Good morning. What's my favorite dinosaur? Honestly, it's a Velociraptor, because they are terrifying, and I loved them in Jurassic Park. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. I haven't listened to any new HSR music either. In other words, please. Yeah, I have heard great things about Varka, so I may actually do a reaction to that because I'd like to hear it. Yeah. When am I going to listen to Terraria music? Oh man, soon. I just don't know when. Ankylosaurus? Wow. That's not one that you hear very often. Ankylosaurus is a choice for sure. I mean, Ankylosaurus is a good one. It's definitely like not one that I see pop up when I think of like favorite monster. So it's interesting. I think because I'm a bigger guy, I don't like big things. Stegosaurus, Ankylosaurus, you know, I tend to play like rogues and stealthy characters. Not although that's changed recently, but not I don't like to play paladins. I only like to play warriors. I'm okay with in Final Fantasy, but like I don't like to play anything too tanky. I really like I like smaller characters, but I'm also not into like rogues always end up with like bolas and like poison traps and like, you know, knives. I'm not really into that trope, but I do love stealth. I love quickness. I like to play quick characters, and pretty much anything. Even in Overwatch, like Tracer was my Mina in Deadbolt Deadlock. So I love fast characters. I do tend to play hunters or rangers a lot. I usually will default to that archetype. That's like my, you know. Meanwhile I have my buddy who's much smaller than me who loves brutes, which I don't like very much. But that's also because I'm like a big guy. So. Overwatch, honestly, Overwatch now is great. I have no problems with Overwatch. I play what's her name? Luna. Is that her name? No. The moon support or the like jetpack support girl. She's fun. Really liked her. You like playing as barbarian characters? That's fair. I love hunters and warriors. Yeah. I mean, I love playing as my warrior in 14. So I mean, maybe my anti-tank era has shifted, but you know, my first character in 14 was a dragoon. But yeah, what's really fun about am I down to play more WoWa or have I stopped? No, why would I stop? I just don't play it on stream very often. But although I haven't played since 3.1 because I was sad and I didn't really see the point of playing it. I'm either going to play later today after the stream, depending on time. I have to do my taxes, or I will do it tomorrow morning early, like at 8 a.m. Eastern. So we'll see. Will I stream the Yes. Triceratops is cool. So, all right. Well, we've done some good chatting. Why don't we dive into some music, shall we? So, as always, how many of you have not been a part of a Patreon live stream before? Just so I know, I'm seeing some new names. So I just want to make sure. Does everyone know how this kind of works? If you don't, this is. Oh, hi, dum dum poo poo head. What a name. How this works is every month. It's my first time here, basically. Hello. My first live stream. Oh, hi, JoJo. There's a new season of JoJo that I've been told I should watch. Quick passing by to say thank you for all your concept videos and reactions videos showing a fresh and professional point of view. Oh, you're welcome. That's very nice, Syria. Thank you. You've been here quite a bit, Repriya. The plan for today, and the plan is how this works, is I have a Patreon community that supports the channel and mostly, honestly, pays my team. I actually don't take much of the Patreon money home. if very little, if at all, month to month. And at this point, I have a strategist, my thumbnail designer, my anime editor, and of course Nathan, my main editor for the channel. And so the Patreon community is really important because they basically help me keep the lights on. It's colossally important, and I'm very grateful to everybody, especially those of them who have been around for nigh on. Some people have been around 2-3 years. So basically, how this works is the VOD is dead. Fly me to the moon and let me play. Thanks, Donald. Take care. Oh, thank you, Mage. Thank you.
Woo.
Woo. So basically, how this works is, in return, we listen to music that they suggest, and there are different tiers, and we go through. Some get an analysis or thoughts more so, and I'll stop and start in it if there's something that really sticks out to me. And then the rest of it, it's kind of like a radio hour where we just listen to the tracks, and then I talk a little bit about them afterwards. Or sometimes I don't have anything to say, which is fine. So that's what happens usually every Friday. So, now it's Thursday because I have a thing tomorrow. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Do we think it'll get... Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words... Actually, I'm pretty low today. Hold my hand. In other words... So actually, I'm going to start learning an opera on stream, which I'm really excited about. Darling, kiss me. Fill my... Thank you, hee hee, ha ha. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. So, today we're doing The Last of Us, Demon Souls, Divine Divinity. What's that? Rhythm Heaven Fever. Oh man, that game comes out this year, so we'll definitely stream that. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Arknights, Riviera, The Promised Land, Omori, Disco Elysium. Ooh, Disco Elysium. That one might be a problem. El Shaddai, either Mercenaries, Playground of Destruction, or Drakengard 2. First live, but I've been watching since Bloodborne German theme, Gehrman theme. Oh, that's nice. Well, you're welcome here. Wakfu. I thought that said waifu. Wakfu. Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, Limbus Company X Arknights, or just Limbus Company, and Yakuza 0. So we have a nice rip to Blue Point. Wakfu is an amazing show. It should be a video game. The first video game I've ever played. No, wait. An indie French-made MMO from 2012 based on an original fantasy world. Okay. All right. So that's how this works, guys, for those of you that are appearing for the first time. Yes, I'm bald. If you want to say things about it, get it out of your system. Now's the time. Let's get started. Hey, Marco, what do you prefer personally when it comes to music and video games? Would you say that you like music that is like this, a little bit more contextual or atmospheric, or would you prefer more driving music or even straight up songs in video games? What do you think about your own preference of music and games? What does your favorite seem to be? I think that's a great question. Thank you. That's very nice. Hey, Sombra. They you know what? A leaker. So the person that leaked this on Twitter, hee hee ha ha, apparently is not a leaker that is ever been accurate. And so I take that with a massive grain of salt, but I agree. Goomba, what's up, bro? Good to see you. But I would say that I don't think we're ever going to get that Bloodborne remake, which is really sad to me. Really sad. But I guess we don't need to. No, never mind. I'm going to get in trouble. Never mind. There are ways. That's a great question, Christopher. I think I like music with melody. I like music with a beat. I like music with a rhythm. I like music with momentum. I was listening to Ridge Racer 4's soundtrack for fun while I was driving the other day, which when else would you listen to it? And the things that got me that I enjoyed the most were the tracks that had a nice momentum to them. I really like melody, but I don't necessarily like songs. How do I explain that? That's a great question. I'm going to have to think about that because I don't know what I like anymore. I've listened to so much music. I mean, where's my song list? Over the last year, Patreon. Over the last years, I like Souls music a lot, but not when it's predictable. Oh my god, I can't wait for MGS4. Oh my god. I mean, over the last years, let's see. How many have I highlighted? I'm sure I liked something in here. I'm sure something happened where we just didn't highlight. I mean, I've liked quite a bit. And this is like several thousand tracks at this point. Right? Like, so I like music. I like music. The question is just like, why do I like it? And the answer is usually there's a melody, and that's pretty much why. And sometimes I really relate to it, and I think it has to have an emotional pull. If I feel in a real sense of emotion in it, then I usually like it because I'm a very sensitive man. I'm what you might call a soy man. And I'd say I wasn't highlighting at this point. I don't think. Yeah. So these were not highlighted. This was 2024, so there was stuff here that so I'm sure there'd be even more. Hot take: we shouldn't push people off of cliffs. Contentious. These were unlistened to and legacy. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, like, I feel like I have a pretty good track record of liking tracks. I mean, of the thousands of videos I filmed on my channel, what happened to my hair? So you will never believe this. Luna ate it. Isn't that crazy? I was laying down in bed. I look over and my dog literally ate my hair. Literally. Not figuratively. Literally. Isn't that insane? Crazy, right? That's fucking wild. I know. Hey, Ona. So I think like of the tracks I've listened to over the last, we know I love Nier. I do love Xenoblade music. I do love, probably less so than Nier. I know I love FromSoft music, especially Bloodborne. I like some Genshin music. I like quite a bit of Final Fantasy XIV music. I love Ace Combat music. I pretty much love anything Japanese. I'm pretty much always down for. I love some 8-bit. I mean, I really like gacha game music. I don't really care for songs, like singing songs. Like, songs really don't necessarily do it for me. I don't really like rock. I do find that I default to classical as I love classical music. I do like 8-bit. I do like EDM. I love weird shit like Shara Ishvalda. I don't really like Devil May Cry's music, for instance. I like really powerful horns like in Destiny. Pretty much, I don't know. Like, Guilty Gear stuff is cool to me, but unless it's like Slayer's theme is my favorite because it's not quite so loud. I don't like loud stuff. Yeah. Like, I don't like weird. I don't like things that are like trying really hard to be weird. I don't really like things that are like that. I like, yeah. Anyway, Momo Crash music is great because it's just EDM classical. All right, let's get into it. I do love choirs, yes. All right, so The Last of Us. This is Home. I do love, so as an example, Gustavo Santaolalla. I liked his music, and well, so The Last of Us I have a really close connection to, because The Last of Us is one of the games that I've played the most, which is funny. So I'm not a Last of Us 2 hater. I think The Last of Us 2 hate is super forced by people. Never mind, I'm not gonna say this. No, you know what, fuck it. I think Last of Us 2 is a game that people that like can't accept that things aren't the way that they want it to be really struggle with. I don't have a problem with The Last of Us 2. I thought the story was really good. I will say that it is so depressing. I've played The Last of Us 2 once, and I've watched it once with my wife, and I'll probably do a separate video for Sing for the Queen, by the way. Hey Sphero, what's up? So you don't have to wait quite so bad. Plus I know that people will like that video. But The Last of Us 1, I have listened to, I've played a shit ton. I've probably played The Last of Us 15 times in my life. I thought it was bold as hell what they did in The Last of Us 2. But I can't, it's almost like I saw this tweet actually I really related to. It was like, I can't really play The Last of Us anymore because of everything that happens in The Last of Us 2. You know? And I do think like you shouldn't be forced to play as a character that you have no, like, they really wanted you to be invested in Abby, and the problem is that like I'm not really sure they did a great job. Like why why do I have to play as Abby when I have no emotional investment in her? So I definitely think that they tried to strong arm that, but yeah, anyway, that's a whole separate ass conversation. But I didn't hate it. Like the story direction was good. Like I liked what happened. I liked how fucked up shit got with Joel and so on and so forth. I'm not doing a playthrough on the channel, Luna, but I am playing it on my own time, very slowly, probably over the course of the next year. All right. Anyway, Home from The Last of Us. The longest game I'll probably play this year is Crimson Dawn and Monster Hunter Stories 3. My God. That actually hit me in my sweet spot. I don't know why. I think it's so still. It's such a still track, and there's this real. I think the instrumentation is so low, so what we end up getting is this overwhelming sense of almost like being. Oh man, sorry. Being pulled into the pit. And there's essentially nothingness in this, right? And it's very raw, and it feels like if you were to like crack open your heart, and because it kind of comes in and kind of comes out of nowhere, and as it builds, especially in the middle, you end up feeling like it's like someone is like investigating you, and like searching for the cracks in your armor, and searching for your broken spots, and it like raises up a magnifying glass, and it says, "Look, here's your brokenness," and it's quite unnerving. It's unsettling, and it feels sad, right? It feels there's an emptiness in it, like there's like you are what you are, and you carry your sin. And it just sees you. It sees you in your nakedness and in your rawness and in all this other stuff. So I thought it was really powerful. I hadn't heard that in a while. But honestly, I don't think I ever heard it at all. While they playing the latest layers of Ultra Kill, I don't know that I'll be playing them, but I'm certainly going to be listening to the entirety of 8. Yeah, I'll probably do it in one big video, about 30 minutes, kind of going through every track. Having thoughts here and there. I've heard it might make me quite motion sick, so I'm not sure that I'll be able to play it. But it might be fun. I wonder why I didn't feel that. It was just kind of noise to you. Well, what are you doing right now, Reaper? I mean, like, what's your life? I just got done watching Evangelion, so I mean, I'm also like in a headier part of my day, so of my week. So like, there's a million reasons why someone might not feel something, and also you don't have to feel anything. And I think like that's also something really important to note, is that like, music's not there. I mean, music is there obviously as a guide to help us connect with stuff, but you really don't need to worry if you don't feel anything. Well, you're probably not worried, but please don't play it. It'll make you sick. That bad? Well, I'm definitely going to listen to the music though. So, Demon Souls. Okay. So this is Demon Souls. Rip, Blue Point. I think I use music to make my day better. Yeah, I mean, as you should. The new layer has a lot of motion sickness. I think the hate for Demon Souls is overwrought. Am I going to listen to the Mugenics OST? Yeah, I think I'll film a video for it next week. I personally didn't like how funny and silly it was. I do love the Black Pussy song. That's my favorite song. Black Pussy. But, so I definitely want to cover that, because how often will I get to cover a song about Black Pussy on my channel? Never. So, yes. There'll definitely be some tracks in there. The what now? The song. Hey, Siren. Round the bend. Dreamy glide, slinky stride, tale that never ends. You guys are black pussy. The fish hooks in you, black pussy. Another tail around you twice. 1 foot out, forever know. If you hear that kitty cry, she'll never let you go. She's a black pussy. Her fish hooks in you, black pussy. Her tail wrapped around her twice. Anyway, that's the Black Pussy song. See, now you have context. Anyway, yeah. Demon Souls. Also, I think I've been here with your content since the Gabriel analysis, and I've been infatuated with your content ever since. I genuinely love your breakdowns of music. Thank you, Thrust. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. They did have a lot of VAs. See what I mean? Here's an example of Thrust. Thrust came because of Ultra Kill, but watches other content. So the idea of like completely removing single song reactions is silly. You know? So even though I want everyone to be, you know, under the umbrella of like, I love music. That's my ideal audience, right? My ideal audience is someone that like is in a Patreon live stream. Not because they're patrons, but because they want to experience new music. Or, you know, wants to hang out. Or whatever. Like that's my ideal. You know what I mean? Like people that are just like, man, this is great. What else is here? You know? And then they click and then they click and then they click. Like that's awesome. But yeah. But I don't mind people that are here for the thing they like. And then, I mean, that's fine too. You know what I mean? Like my dental hygienist, she watched my Undertale Let's Play, right? She probably hasn't watched anything else. What am I going to do? Be upset about it? No. I keep doing my thing. You know? She's got a black... So this is Storm King from Demon Souls. Underrated boss, underrated theme. It seems like only Twitter absolutely hates the Demon Souls remake. I think... I'm feeling really spicy today. But I think that people that don't like... No, I shouldn't. No. Thank God I'm still like kind of a small... I'm like a nicely sized... YouTuber where I don't have to worry about clip farming. I don't have to get worried about people. That's all I need. I don't think I had a problem with the Demon Souls remake. I thought it was beautiful. And I gotta tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't care about changing visual identity. I don't. I really don't. You know? I don't have a problem with it. Maybe it's because I don't care about that particular IP enough. Like Demon Souls, I think it was great that Demon Souls was accessible to more people, right? Like it wasn't so egregious that it like, I mean, it was, yes, the original is probably more scary, and maybe the OST of the remake is a little bit neutered compared to the original. I'm not that guy. Can I tell you something else that's really salacious? You guys are gonna get mad. I don't care about microtransactions. I don't. I care about like gacha games. Don't bother me. I mean, I don't think 50-50 is great. I'd rather just purchase the character outright. I don't like gambling. I think gambling sucks. Like, that part sucks. I don't think you should have to be able to do that. But like, I like buying stuff for my games. I really do. Maybe I'm fucked up. Maybe I'm privileged, and I probably am privileged. I am privileged. You know? Oh, thanks, Jojo. I can't blame you. I've been taking a break from gacha ever since 3.1. I only play, at this point, I only play Wuthering Waves. There should be regulations. I agree. 1,000%. Gambling sucks. Do we compare versions of the OG and remake? We can. That should be a video. You buy skins for your dinosaurs in Path of Titans? Shame on you. Shame on you. I don't know. I hate to say it. Like, I feel like we live in a time where, like, I mean, here's a prime example. Okay. Here's a prime example. East 10 came out. East. Anybody know about East? East is a great series. And East 10 came out in Japan 2 years ago. And then it came out in the West last year. And then, because the game had already been out, they announced the Proud Nordics version, which was with the expansion of one of the regions, and like, you know, like a 120 FPS boost, a couple other little things, right? Basically the timing was really unfortunate. But I don't think that doesn't bother me. And I don't know if I'm like fucked up and I just don't value my money, which is possible. But like, to me, I was like, well, yeah, well, that's the explanation. It's unfortunate, but I'm not gonna like, you know, should there be an upgrade path? Yeah, there should. Is it stupid to pay for a full game again? Yeah. Did I pay for the full game again? Oh no, I didn't. I'm sorry. I got a review code. But I was going to be fair. I found out where the review code was and I got a copy. But I was going to pay full price. My bad. All that to say, like, I think all that to say, like, I was ready to pay for the full. I was ready to pay. Hey, I'm owning it. I would have paid for the full thing a second time. And that's a great point, Zuni, that microtransactions do lead to things in fighting games where you haven't paid money for DLC characters. You can't learn how to fight them. I think that's lame. I think you should be able to like test drive a character, play them in the training mode, and then decide if you want to buy them. You know, and that is absolutely the Atlas playbook to release the like perfect edition or whatever a year later. And that's true. Now, don't get me wrong. Here's the thing. Hey, Yoshi, what's up? So, like, with Pokemon, for instance, Fire Red and Leaf Green, I think, unless you don't have I can't say this, but like, $20? Bro, don't do that. Unless you want to. But like, anyway, you spent $20 on this Patreon. Well, here's the thing. Some people in the past have said that that's too much money. You know, some people have said that it doesn't make sense to pay $20 to request a song for a suggestion where he listens to it and that's that. It just depends. We raised that. I actually asked my patrons. We raised that price because I was overloaded at $10, and so the natural thing to do was to up it to $20 because the The people that want to pay that will, and the people that don't want to won't. And that actually helped my workflow so that we could have these streams be every Thursday, Friday. And that was more practical. It all depends. Like I try to really give, and the thing is like, there's also a difference between a transactional exchange where, you know, a person says, hey, I want this song listened to, and then they leave. Totally fair. And then there's people that are like, you know what, I want to support Marco because I care about what he has to say. He's a nice guy, whatever. Like whatever the personal reason is. And that's how I've got people in my Patreon that have been here for, you know, nigh on almost the entire time I've been a YouTuber, which is astounding. Some of them are my mods because, you know, they care. And so like there's a flow. Like for instance, my anime reactions, I upped the price from $5 to $10. Why did I do that? Because $10 felt like a more appropriate number for the work required. And by work, I mean the time required. There's no work in watching an anime for money, but duh. But it's still time out of the day. And so I had to sort of decide, okay, because it requires time. Where's the balance? And when I decided to really fully commit to the anime channel too, I was like, okay, I need to find a way to balance all of this so that because I have limited amounts of time, because I don't work after 5 o'clock or after 6 o'clock, where do I value my time and my energy and the limited supply that I have because of my ADHD? Like, where do I find myself in this? And that was what I chose. Right. So like, obviously people left. Some people said, hey, that's too much money for just watching anime. Fair. For other people, they're like, that's fine. You know, so there's a balance. And I think everything requires balance. But it's true. I mean, yeah, you are paying that much money for this. And hopefully it feels good. You know what I mean? Like hopefully if you feel like it's value, you know what I mean? So I charge $40 for 20 minutes of my time. I cut hair. Oh, cool. Wow. Yeah. I mean, and I think like, you know, your inherent value. And I think what's really tough is like, as a like a solopreneur, it's like, okay, what is my value? And what is my time worth? What is my presence? And the thing is, you know, what's fucked up is that I never forget that there are streamers who will literally charge to spend like 20 minutes with them in a VC. Bro, I'm in VC all the time. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I would never charge people in Patreon chat to fucking talk. Like, that's absurd. Or like, you know, I just think it depends on the person. But like, I find that community building is really important. And, I mean, I'm not perfect, right? But like, I do think that like, you know, I agree, Reaper. Yeah. I mean, barbers, it's funny, you know, because you'll go to like a fast place where they're like a haircut should not be more than $20, right? Or sorry, 20 minutes. Where then you go to a barber and it's like, no, that shit's an hour, and you sit there for an hour and they like, you know, I've sat in the barber chair for an hour and the thing costs $80. I go to Great Clips, that shit is 25. Well, no, I don't go anymore, but like, you know, that shit's 20 minutes and it's $25, right? But that's also their system. Like, it's a trade-off, and it's up to you to decide, well, I love going to the barber because I'm pampered, I'm taken care of, I'm, you know, XYZ. And so then it's like, well, $80 for such a pristine artistic thing is worth it. But someone else is going to say, you know, but that's even like, you know, why did I buy Evangelion statue? Because it's important to me, because the show moved me. So yeah, I'll drop $130 on that. I mean, there are people like, for instance, the collector's edition for Trails in the Sky Volume 2 just got released and it was like $300 or whatever. People buy that shit in a heartbeat, you know, whatever. I have the fucking Spider-Man 2 Venom, 18 inches of Venom statue up there. You know, I spent, you know, whatever, it had value to me. You know what I mean? So value is such an interesting thing. You know what I mean? people subscribe to OnlyFans, so I think they are just hypocrites. But that's the stuff that people don't talk about publicly, you know. $20 to wear an orange shirt. $20 to see bald is true. Anyway, that was a rant. Yeah, no, you're right. Barbers have yeah, they do. It's true. Anyway, there you go. Tangent of the day. You missed my rant about money value. That's what you missed. Anyway, let's get over to track number 2. Good thing you haven't missed very much. All right, so this is Demon Souls. All that to say, I like Demon Souls. I don't think the remake is just fine. I think it's a great way to play Demon Souls, and you know, well, yes, I'll even do it before it's officially out. You'd be surprised how many men get color services. Oh, so that the grays don't show. You know, my father-in-law walked in, and apparently he's been losing his hair since he was like 18, and he saw my bald head for the first time, and he goes, "You fucking idiot." I go, what? He goes, "Why did you shave your head? Are you kidding? I would love to have had hair. I've been losing my hair since I was 18. I was like, that's a you problem. I look good, motherfucker. And then I punched him. You never let someone talk to you that way. I'm just kidding. No, I was like, what? I turned to my wife. I go, why do you say that? Scale issue, more like a skull issue. All right, anyway. Let's listen to Storm King. So I'd like to also point out that like I'm not going to deny that I feel that I have more to say when I listen to a piece of classical music or like a piece written in orchestral style. It would be stupid to suggest otherwise. Like I do think I have opinions about other pieces, but like I think like where my brain activates the most is simply because I have 14 years of experience dealing with classical music. Even though every year I get further and further away from that experience. And I'm like, uh-oh, it's pretty soon it's going to be 14 years of being a YouTuber, God willing. And, I'll be very far removed from my opera days. But I'll always be an opera singer, so I don't really view it that way necessarily. But point is, it's cool how the techniques, the techniques have not changed very much. Like, this is pretty cool because it's the title of the boss is Storm King. And so what do you hear off the very top? I think the muted trumpets are really interesting, by the way. I think those are really fun. But then you actually hear the storm, right? And this is like a thing that we've been doing for fucking, 800 years. Like Verdi in I forget what year he wrote Rigoletto, but like, the Storm Trio. Fucking wind and lightning and shit. It's all done through the voices and the lightning. You know what I mean? So all that to say, like this stuff is cool because this is kind of nice because there's a bit of foreboding within the track and a bit of tension in it. All leading to the idea of like the Storm King being able to summon the storm to his benefit. You know what I mean? This is pretty dope. Like it's interesting how you get it's almost like hurtling rain or hurtling like lightning bolts at you or like a bunch of bats. And it's cool because what I actually find, to be honest, I actually think that classical music is, and you guys tell me because maybe it's just also my experience, but not to but I also think like classical music is easier to visualize. It's easier to imagine scenarios or easier to like connect to. You tell me, maybe it's just me, but I feel that like when I hear the I literally was picturing bats, right? I was picturing, I was picturing these entities flying towards you. And then you hear the heaviness of the hits, doom, thoom, thoom, right? You can hear the things in a little bit. It's a little bit easier to manifest, you know what I mean, or to visualize. And I think that goes really far. And trust me, I mean, like, in the last 4 years, I've been accused of cheating so much because what I would say to their benefit, I think FromSoft composers tend to really lay it on thick. They really like showcase stuff so that it's easy for a listener to like get the sense of what's happening. So it's kind of like just reading a book, but through music. But yeah, like can't you picture bomb boom ba da da dom? Can't you picture this guy just being like, the fuck you say? Just slowly standing up, like he like all of a sudden you're looking up at this guy, and you're like, oh fuck, dom da 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 dom, you bitch, you know what I mean? Like that's all like in there, I think. I love this. Actually, I really like this. And what's cool about it is that it feels like the first half is just like sort of like, sort of arriving at the scene. And this is now like where he's like, fine, fuck. He like picks up a spear. He starts like, boom, boom, like he starts to just be like throwing it at you. And there's much more dum dum shika da dum dum. All that momentum in the percussion is giving way to action and stuff. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, like, even that. Boy up, Like all that stuff is really dope. But for the sake of it, since you guys can leave anytime you want, but I'm here doing stuff. Let's take even longer and listen to the actually I kind of want to watch it. Do I watch the OG? 8 years ago. Yeah. Oh shit. It's not a person at all. Whoa. Ah, see what I mean? So the stuff we hear before is actually these guys, I think. I hate being right, but do you hear how the music? Wow, I've never seen this before in my life. Did you hear how the part that I was describing to you earlier about all the bats flying towards you literally is these guys? I had no idea. I've never seen this before in my life. That's crazy. Oh, there's a gimmick? Oh my god. Whoa! Alright, but wait, what does the remake look like? Like, I think the audio design is actually fantastic in the remake. I think the rain is really effective too. I think it's also like one of these things where it's like, does the chorus actually add anything? I find this a lot with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Like, does all the extra stuff actually do anything? Like, does it provide value to like have extra? Oh wait, sorry, my chat's off. Does having the does adding the chorus really provide anything? Does it make things better, or is it just more noisy? Like, what's the balance there? You know what I mean? What's the purpose? What's the intention? And so I think I do think that like the chorus is cool, but like you don't really need it in order to get across this feeling of. Well, regardless, I actually like the color palette a lot, and actually the design is sick regardless. So yeah, anyway, yeah. Anyway, and that I mean we have this conversation all the time about purists and the difference between like, you know, well, Silent Hill 2 is better than remake because this, that, and the other. It's like, well, I don't know. That really just depends on the person. Okay. Hello, Panini. All right, anyway. A lot of chatter for 2 songs. This is a striking piece from Larian's previous composer, sadly passed away. Oh. It plays as you try to find your way through a treacherous desert to avert an impending catastrophe. Love how he represented the area through his music. This is Divine Divinity, Scorching Wind. I love hearing a desert theme, so let's do it. Yeah, I love how it starts kind of slow and there's not a lot of momentum and stuff. It's just kind of like, you know, it's like a wave. Hey, Bloomberg, thank you. You too. Ba, 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 ba. Wow. Yeah. Wow. What a build. You hear how it's just gradually building? I love the chants in there very much. It's so unique. It's so different. It's, you know, I love it actually. It's the instrumentation, but God. Wow. Wow. It's really cool. It's really cool how we get the sound aesthetic that it follows within certain, I guess, certain instrumental protocols when it comes to desert music. But it like, you know, I don't know the instruments. I'm sorry, but it's not a sitar, but it has like, it's a different within that realm of the scope of things. And it's cool because it borrows from, I guess, what, Indian / Persian / dulcimer? Really? I don't know what to play. Yeah. Yeah, actually, you're right. Thank you. I didn't know. There's a lot of stuff I don't know. See? Let it be known that I have never tried to say I know everything. But yeah, so I think it's cool because we use instruments, whatever they are. I guess the dulcimer is not exactly something I would associate with desert music, but point being, like, it has an exotic sound, and that's fine. Exoticism exists. God, I'll never forget when I did a stream and I said the word exoticism and people were like, anyway, there's a dulcimer and a hammered dulcimer. Okay, what I just played is the hammered dulcimer. Okay. Anyway, all that to say, like, it's pretty cool how we also get the chant. Boom, taka, doom, taka, doom, taka. So there's that momentum in it. Hold on, can I just I'm in a gameplay mood today. Let's see if we can find desert. Divine Divinity desert gameplay. Oh yeah, good luck. I'm getting Crimson Desert, which, by the way, is my most anticipated game of the year. Divine Divinity. All right, yeah, never mind. It's all Crimson Desert right now. Anyway, all that to say, like, it's pretty cool how we take the stereotypical sound of the desert music and allow it to be, you know, just different and unique all on its own. It's pretty cool. Okay, cool. Thank you for sharing that. Wrenchin, Rhythm Heaven Fever Forklifter. So full, so satisfied. Well, I feel like this might be a meme. It's a meme. I've actually never seen gameplay of this, so I'm excited. Whoa! Wow, that's immaculate. Oh man, I can't wait for that. Chad, if you like Rhythm Heaven, by the way, it's not. I don't think it's probably as like good, but it might be worth checking out Bits and Bops. Which Kirby, if you're in here, I don't think you are today, but Bits and Bops is very similar, and it's fun. It's really fun. I don't have a lot of hours in it, but check this out. All that to say, like, it's fun and it reminds me a lot of Rhythm Heaven, so which I can't wait to play this year. Yeah, Rhythm Doctor, I mean, without a shadow of a doubt, is also just so much fun. Didn't they?
Everything in this trailer, including text and cuts, is a piece of unbroken gameplay footage. At all. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. If you double it, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. When you get to this part, you hit the button. That's it.
It's hard as fuck,
Like
actually.
that. Just like that. Yeah.
Sorry, I just got so sucked in. Yeah, I love rhythm games. I think they're actually great for ADD or ADHD, and I actually haven't played it since their. Didn't they? I think it was early access for a little while, wasn't it? I can't remember. Anyway, all that said, yeah, Rhythm Doctor. This was great. And actually, you know what? I think like in this context, the jazz sort of vibes. It's fun, you know, like it's, yeah. Thank you, Renshin, for sharing that. And thank you for raising my hype meter for Rhythm Heaven. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Bloody Tears. Ooh. Oh, what a horrible night to have a curse. I've never heard. I just heard this yesterday. Oh, I'm excited. I love that, dude. I also love the chorus. I think the chorus is really fun, and there's this like heavy hit that happens, huh, ha, and I think it does a great job, obviously in the context of Super Smash, to make you feel like really, hyped up and tense, but also, it's just such a sick track, isn't it? I mean, Bloody Tears and is such an iconic track anyway, but I find that this elevated sound, it doesn't always work for me with the Smash Bros remixes, to be honest, but oh no, this is Smash Bros Ultimate. Anyway, I really dig it. It's like it just hits really hard, obviously, and that's the whole point, right? Wait, that transition was sick as fuck. Hold on. Isn't that cool? Because it stretches out and it elongates, and then it's almost like, so this is, I wonder if this is rubato, where we steal a little bit of time to stretch, and then we pick up really fast. Hold on. Yeah, actually, that's classic rubato. Bum 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 ba. Back at tempo. Ba be ba ba. That's sick. Fun transition there too. Da-da-da-da-ba-ba-da. I also love that too. Ha, 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 ha. Man, I could listen to that all day. Ah, man, that's so fucking sick. I love that. Are you kidding? I would love to show that to somebody. I'd love to show like the comparison between the original and then the remix. That'd be so much fun. I just study find short form video addiction is correlated with lower frontal brain activity and reduced ability to focus. Anyway. What? What was I saying? That's funny. Arknights. Oh, do I still remember my Cyrillic? Posh, Losh. I can't remember the symbol. Redeem hydrate. Okay, thank you. Redeem hydrate. All right. So this song struck a chord with me immediately when it released, so I knew I had to get it on here eventually. Bowel Urner continues to deliver every time they show up. Let's listen. I unironically love accordion music when it's not meant to be funny. It's so painful, actually. I like how there's momentum here, but then check this out, because it goes. Listen to this. We get a nice harmony there, right? You hear that lower harmony? Ooh. That too. This phrase too. So it's funny because the piece is about depression, but the way that it moves, it almost feels like it won't surrender to it. You know what I mean? It won't surrender to that feeling of like you're not gonna hold me back. I'm not gonna allow myself to be brought down by this. You know. Wow. And it kind of ends in this note as if to say, like, you know, like, damn, like, this is brutal, this is horrible, this is really challenging for me, but I'm not going to allow myself to be tied down to whatever horrible circumstances are, you know, like, I'm going to keep pushing forward and stuff. Oof. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. And this is just the regular battle theme. I'm telling you, like, how am I not supposed to cover gacha games, guys? Like, it's not possible because this shit is so good. It's impossible for me to not cover gacha games. It's just too good. Hey, Professor Mo, like, I would totally be denying myself the joy of actually listening to terrific fucking music by having some sort of a bias towards it. You know what I mean? I just can't do it. I can't do it. I'm way too far into the you know, into the, like, the depths of, I would just really appreciate the music so much. It's just so good. There's just so much good stuff. It's hard to not. I mean, it'd be impossible not to, you know. Ooh, gorgeous. Such beautiful music, my God. Yeah. Really beautiful. I actually don't play Arknights anymore from the simple principle that I actually spent way too much money in it, and I caught myself, and I know that I would actually really suffer if I continue to spend money in Arknights, because the reality is that I actually don't like tower defense games at all. But if the way that Arknights works is that I was able to have a really good team, so I metaed the fuck out of my team, and then because I could play it on easy mode, so I didn't have to think. No, you could also play it with like 4 stars, which I think is cool. But I realized that was why I was playing it so much, which is not ideal. All right, Spherewa Tethith from Riviera, the Promised Land, is about a wingless angel fighting for what is right and takes that protagonist across several chapters, one of which takes place in the rapidly sinking, beautifully cast city of marble, Tylith. Mr. Marco Meatball, I really need to... Oh, you said, I thought you were saying, I thought you were saying MMM for Marco, Mr. Marco Meatball, which I appreciate you calling me Mr., by the way. It's sir to you. Oh, this is on the GBA? How does it play? Not yet, Croft. We'll get to it next week, probably. Dude, I love the energy in this. Hold on, I want to watch this because I've been on I actually think GBA is probably one of the best handhelds, if not the best handheld.
Originally released in 2002 for the WonderSwan Color, and later released in the Game Boy Advance, where it likely got the most attention, Riviera: The Promised Land has been remastered once again, releasing in July for PC.
Oh, what?
Just last week for the Switch. Featuring traditional JRPG presentation and art style with turn-based combat and
you don't even need to.
The game places a strong emphasis on spicing up the mindless parts of RPGs in an attempt to maintain variety and tension throughout. Asgard and the gods are victorious in their battle against evil, and the demons are sealed away. Cleansing.
Cool. Oh man, I love a good JRPG. Sometimes I think that I no longer like a certain genre, but then I just realize that I've just changed, and like some things that I used to like, I don't like, but I still like JRPGs. Right? It's just about finding the ones that I want to play now. Also, I think Tofu came in and said that I've been maintaining my scalp very well, so thank you, Tofu, for that. I let my hair over the weekend grow, and it was actually kind of disgusting to see like the little hairs popping up. It actually grossed me out so bad, so I just refused to ever do that. I haven't yet taken an actual razor to it. I've been using this guy, but I have to do it like every other day. It really bothers me. It bothers me like I'm bald now. I can't let my hair, like I'm bald and I'm okay with it. I like being bald, but I like touching my head. It doesn't feel weird anymore. But like even having hair now actually disturbs me and I don't want it. Amori, World End Valentine. A toupee? No. Can anyone suggest a track? So our anyone's suggestions are the second Wednesday of every month. Mr. Dr. Professor. So this is all via patreon.com. It's okay. We can still. Ooh, harpsichord. Nice. Riviera. Whoa, an Omori? What? Sorry. Holy shit. Hey Cass, how are you? Dun ding dong, dun ding dong. Wow. 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 Wow, I really like that. I think that might be my favorite Omori track I've heard. Wow, Gold Star. I really like that one. Holy hell, that's beautiful. Wow, I love the intensity in it. I would love to play that for like a harpsichordist or like a concert pianist or something. Beautiful. Is Marco cosplaying like Max Payne? No. La Revecholière from Disco Elysium. So this one might give us copyright problems. Sumo Wow Wow. So if you don't mind, yeah, Sea Power. Yeah, I can't do it. They copyright claimed the previous video. Can you do me a favor, Sumo Wow Wow? And we're gonna skip this for today. Can you, if you're watching this, can you drop 2 songs next month and we'll add those to the list? We'll do them so they're not back to back. We'll put them. I'll have the mods put it somewhere else. maybe in the beginning of the month and then at the end of the month. So unfortunately, I'm gonna skip this just because of Sea Power. It's not your fault, and you didn't know. Cramming Tom. It might be worth creating a copyright unfriendly list so that we can share that around so that people don't get blindsided. So, we could put Ubisoft music in there. We could put Virgin, League of Legends on there. And I know it's kind of hit or miss, but it might be better to do that so that we can kind of see. We do have one. We do. Oh, we'll add Sea Power to the list. Okay, I didn't realize we did. In the Patreon FAQ chat. Oh, man, where would I be without you guys? Where would I be without the mods? I don't know. I couldn't maintain this shit. Thank you so much. Where would I be without you? Where would I be without you? Oh, we have it on the FAQ channel on the Patreon fact. Hold on, let me see. Wow, I've never read this. Holy shit. My mods are so good. No anime or adjacent. Anime adjacent. Ooh. No fan games, no mods, no unofficial remixes, no covers. Marco reserves the right to turn any suggestion down, whether it's for personal or copyright reasons. That's right, motherfuckers. This is... Oh, yeah, you do. In the interim, known issues with Sony, all labels, Ubisoft, anything uploaded to a VOD Channel, anime tie-ins, League of Legends, Undertale, Deltarune, Muse Dash, Death Stranding 2, Disco Elysium. Oh, it's on here. It's been on here. Uh-oh. Sumo Wow Wow. Sumo Wow Wow. All right, we're gonna skip that though. Sumo, just drop two more tracks for next month. El Shaddai, Ascension of the Metatron, Scarlet Liturgy, from one of the weirdest and most stylistically unique games ever made, comes on an acid trip. Comes on Oh, you set me up for failure. From one of the weirdest and most stylistically unique games ever made comes an acid trip of an OST. Oh my days. Oh my Lanta. Oh my Lord. I got set up. Whoa! Wow.
Let's go.
Let's go. Sumi! Oh my god, chat. Sumika! Sumika! Chat. Sumi's in here? Sumi just performed. Just performed for 9,000 people. Sumi, are you still here? Sorry, I missed it. Sumi just performed in front of like 9,000 people. Oh, did you raid me or something, or you just pop in to say hi? I didn't see it. No, it looks like you just said hi. Sumi just sang the Elden Ring concert. She sang the Promised Consort for like 9,000 people. So 5,000, excuse me. And that is amazing. She has balls of steel. Insane. The amount of balls it takes to perform in front of 5,000 people, just like walk out, you know. So give Sumi a follow. She loves to play horror games and she speaks Japanese, which is irrelevant, but but I guess, but a detail that I felt like sharing. I was watching Sumi's live stream. I wish I was there too, buddy. We would have had a lot of fun. I was watching her live stream the other day and I was enraged because she was hanging out with this person and Sumi, I wasn't enraged at Sumi, but Sumi was, I've been meaning to talk to you about this, but I'm going to do it publicly because I was enraged because, first of all, it was really cool to be like, I was watching her like live stream and she was at a Japanese bar and I felt like I was at this Japanese bar saying, "Komendasai, komendasai, arigatou gozaimasu, okasa," just all the things I've learned from every anime I've been watching. And she was talking with somebody who was talking about technique, and my eyes crossed. I almost was saucy in a chat, and then I was like, this is not what we do. We don't be saucy in chat. I always tell chat not to be saucy. I also have to not be saucy, and but there were some things being said that I was like, what? I just had to. I was like this. No, don't say anything. Don't say anything. I'm at work. Don't worry, it's buffalo chicken. But whatever you do, don't blow as much air as possible to try to keep a sheet of paper. You know what? I need to see. Hold on. This is not good technique. So this person, I'm sorry, Sumi. I feel like I'm being a bit of a bitch right now, but this person was saying that if you hold a piece of paper up against a wall, it should, your breath should, singing technique should mean that the piece of paper should not fall off of the. Oh, I know you were. I watched your eyes. I was like, she does not agree. Hold on, let me see. Am I still in the shot yet? Where can I do this? Do it right here. That's not possible! It's not possible. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Now, what I would say is that if you have enough like support, if you have enough support here in the diaphragm, you can tuck up from the bottom, and you can get the beach ball, like this is the diaphragm fully like. All right, hold on, let me fix my posture. Yeah, so if I extend out with singing technique, the diaphragm is popped out, and that's correct. And then if I'm going up for a high note, So I mean, sure, okay, yeah. So we could theoretically. Domingo used to do this. Placido Domingo used to, his diaphragm support was so strong that when he would tuck up the pelvic muscle to get the upper register out, he actually could move. The piano, but which is pretty cool. So in that case, that's fair. But the idea that we would, you also, I mean, if I recall, the point of good breath support is to not blow out a candle, by the way. I'm pretty sure that like the point was you shouldn't be expelling so much air, because if you're it's either hypo or hyper. I think it's hyper. If you're hyper something. If you're overextending air, and pushing out air, you're actually not doing a good job with breath control. And so you would actually, by pushing out air, you're actually causing a problem. So you actually would want to have a candle in front of you and not blow out the candle. Because there's a big difference between, I'm sorry, Sumi. There's a big difference between which is, you know, singing with a clear tone with a little bit of byproduct because of, well, I haven't warmed up. And you hear how like 10 seconds later, I'm already out of air. That is so much more air coming out of the tone. Over. That's breath control, right? So the idea that we would blow out a candle is actually, shit, man, do I have a fucking candle? I want to kind of try it now. Not here. You know, the only time I ever light a candle is when I fart, you know what I mean? So just kidding. I don't fart. But also not true. It doesn't matter. All that to say, what the fuck? Point is, yeah, you can for sure use breath support for, you know, yeah, more air would absolutely work, especially if you have a microphone and stuff. But so there's a balance between, you know, with operatic singing, you know, don't want to be responsible for anything that could happen. The house is on fire. It's due to Tiffany I9827. You know what's funny as we talk about this? I had to do whispery voice for the concert. Yeah, it's super hard. Do you have a microphone? You know, well, and so in that piece is pretty interesting. So, is this you on the recording, Sumi? I think it is. Yeah, isn't it? Why does Sumi... Can I give Sumi a sub? All right. Well, anyway, is this you singing? Is this you singing in this? Hey, Preston. That's you singing, Sumi? Oh my god, you're a celebrity. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, there's definitely breath in that tone, right? I mean, like, that makes sense, though, because you want to have the particular characterization, so it makes sense. You know, that's so cool. My. Anyway, yeah, it's I can't imagine going even more whisper than that. That's beautiful. Anyway, back to El Shaddai. Thank you for hanging out, Sumi. Oh, I can imagine. This El Shaddai track is sick. It's very like liturgical. I really got the sense of like almost like summoning Jesus Christ or something. It's so excellent. It was a really nice track there. Natsumi. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so let's do Drakengard 2, Exhausted on Holy Land. One of the dungeons you fight through in the game with a bit of sad events towards the end of it. Sumi, we should try to get you hooked up with Yoko Taro so that you can sing in the Evangelion remake soundtrack. That would be sick as fuck. I like how it sounds like a Resident Evil save room. What? Duita Shimashite. Did Yoko Taro have anything to do with Drakengard 2? I don't know. What's Weekend Whip? Will you teach me a Japanese swear word, Sumi? That's beautiful. Kuso! Baka! Chikusho. Chikusho. I like how this threads the line between classical piano and classical like jazz piano. Like that's like jazz fusion essentially. It's Dum ticka dum 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 dum ticka dum. Well, Preston, this is only video game music, Preston. I couldn't play that even if I wanted to. You just want me to play anything. Ninjago. That's right. I already forgot it. Don't worry. Lots of Shostakovich. I'm not surprised. I know there's a bit of what's that one song? Dragon Dragoon, I think it is. Everything happens through Patreon. Ubiquitous Shinji. Shinji! Ah! Oscar! Oscar! Oscar!
The seeds never were, and mankind remains unforgiven.
Crimson lights, the sky.
Yeah, this one's intense. An Evangelion reference. I gotta watch that at some point. I just binged all 26 episodes plus the movie in basically 2 days. I can't recommend it enough. Evangelion is phenomenal. I mean, phenomenal. Okay, waifu or wakfu. Excuse me. Let's do the main menu. That's cute. That's okay, Preston. I thought you knew. This is cute. I like this. It's a nice vibe. Okay. That was nice. Charming. Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. The first video game I ever played. Samba de Janeiro. Oh my god. Samba. Wait, pause. I would buy the fuck out of this. Are you kidding? I'm no Pokemon simp, but I would buy the fuck out of this. Are you kidding? I would buy the fuck out of this. Are you joking? Oh my god, sign me up. I would buy the shit out of that. 3,300 yen? Psh, chump change. $21? Sue me. Go to the Pokemon Center for me. This song was on the radio? Samba! Samba! There's a Pikachu version of this? This was a big... I can't believe this was a big deal in the UK. Another reason to never go in the 90s. Just kidding. I'm actually going to the UK pretty soon, actually. Samba D'Amigo? Pikachu Samba... Hey, Impacto, how are you? I'm not going to find that. Sonic meets Pikachu? No, I'm not going to find this. Okay, it's fine. Let's see. Next up is Intervallo. Oh, yeah, we'll listen to this. Intervallo 6 EX Boss 3 theme. I recommend you listen to this one first. And I'm holding out my luck for the second one. Huh? Wait, Kian, did we did wait, do I pick wait, shit. Is this the this was a situation where we're doing both, right? Right? Oh, I can't remember. Or is this or am I just picking one? Shit, I can't remember what we said. Kramen, do you remember? It's just one or the other, right? I'm holding out my luck for the second one. Recommend you listen to this one first, and I'm holding out my luck for the second one. Just pick the first one. Oh, all right, yeah. The Limbus Arknights collab takes place in Iberia, and this theme takes heavy inspiration from the Undertides boss. Ooh. I do remember, of course. The story is about a girl from the Arknights world hearing all of the good, the bad, and the horrible from Limbus Company's city, chooses to take her seaborn herd to that world to make it a better place, but the hive mind approach sacrifices the ego, the sense of self. Oh, wait, what? This is in Limbus Company? Limbus Company is talking about the killing of the id? Wait, what? Limbus Company talks about this stuff? This is just Evangelion. Okay. But the hive mind, okay. Company in Rhodes Island takes away how one's survival is being decided by someone else, kind of. I suck at literature, okay. Really? Sir, when will you stream 3.1 part 2? In an hour. Probably. I didn't realize this. Okay, maybe I do want to play Limbus Company because this is the themes I really like. Okay, let's listen. Wow, so you get the Undertides sound. Okay. Ba-di-da. What's GD? Some goddamn songs? Oh yeah, I can show the video too, sir. Oh, hi, Sumi. Where's my hair? Oh my god, I don't know. I like this little lick here. Sick. Da-dee. What? 1 hour? 1 hour? I know. I obviously. I like how it ends in major. Hold on. I like it. Again, it tends to fall into the trap that a lot of the Type Moon music tends to fall into, where it's just loud. It lacks a little bit of dynamic a little bit. It really lacks dynamic variety, so it becomes kind of one note. That is to its detriment. Type Moon's not correct. Okay. Well, whatever. Whatever the usual thing. But to that point though, Type Moon, Project Moon. I said Type Moon. My bad. Sorry, I was thinking about Fate because I read it. I said, Project Moon. That reminds me of Type Moon. I said Type Moon. Anyway, all that to say, there are things about it though that I really like. I really like the sort of like child vocals, to represent the Seaborn. I think that's pretty cool. And that makes sense for the Arknights collab. I also really like the heavy drum emphasis, of course. I think that's really, I think obviously it drives home a sense of impact and a sense of, intensity in it. I really like that. And the story is from the Limbus POV, but it takes place in Arknight's world. Oh, yes, I mean, it's cool. I do like it. I just wish it had a little bit of variety. But of course, it's like a battle theme, so it makes sense too. Plus, I wonder how long you're actually listening to it as well. I'm one of your favorite streamers. You admire me. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. Bald? What? Yeah, cool. It's kind of like an isekai. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot to like. I would certainly like to hear it in context. I think that'd be fun too. Now that you mention all that stuff about what Limbus Company is about, it actually kind of sounds appealing. Because I love heady topics like that, and that's why I loved Evangelion so much. So that's cool. Unfortunately, I can't listen to the second piece just because, you know, one per person. So.
Hey Marco. I recently went to see a live operatic performance of the Lord of the Rings soundtrack. I never would have gone if it wasn't for you.
Really?
Thank you for broadening my taste in music.
Oh my god. Really? Oh. That sounds so fun, by the way. Was it like one of those where you watch they had the video up? That's really cool. Wow, that's really nice. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm one of your favorite video game react channels. Oh, I'm your favorite. Oh, that's nice. When will I do the new Wuwa story? Give me an hour. I'm going to do a separate live stream. Limbus and Lobotomir. Yeah, I know they're different. That's okay. Now I'm number 2. It's fine. All right, Cram and Yakuza 0. Because I'm in a Yakuza mood, and your words hearing this in the quiz yesterday were literally, I should listen to that. Did you just add this? Oh, that's funny. I think Yakuza 0 has to have. I kind of want to stream Yakuza 0. I think I want to do it this year. Maybe in the summer. Yeah, because Crimson Dawn will take forever. And then Monster Hunter Stories 3, Resident Evil 9, Slay the Spire 2. I really want to. Maybe I think Yakuza 0 might be fun to stream because I played Yakuza Kiwami by myself, and I think 0 would be fun as long as chat doesn't get into like, oh, you got to do every mini game, because that's actually not how I play these games. So I'm kind of tempted, but I definitely want to do. That's really cool, drummer. That's awesome. That's awesome. When will I play Deltarune? I should probably start that musical Let's Play up in the next couple months. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah. Bloodborne Live would be sick. Oh! Damn, now it's good. Wow, I like this back half a shit ton. Sick. That's fun as hell. Oh, I really like that. Oh, I actually love the shift there, you kidding? I can kind of take or leave the first half, I'm not going to lie, but this back part. That's so heartfelt and honest, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Snap out of it! You know? That's so sick. Ooh, that's cool. Hey, some of you don't want to be a slog? What's a slog? Is this some sort of a Australian term? I'm not parasocial, but they really help. Oh, you're welcome, dude. Come on. You're welcome anytime. No worries at all. That's what I'm here for. And that's it. Another month down. Can you believe it? Another month. How many pieces of music did we listen to this month? Guys, you at least say hello. You can't come in and just dump a song like that. And I already listened to Rear actually a couple days ago. A couple weeks ago. It was 3 weeks ago. Oh, it was from 3 weeks ago. Rasher of Solnari. But at least come in and say hi. I mean, come on. I mean, at least. I don't think it's asking too much. I understand your enthusiasm, though. I appreciate your enthusiasm. This! It's fine. I've done that before, too. The Chucky on Monday. I'd much rather have someone shout. It's true. I'd much rather have someone shout their like song to me than come in and say bald and then leave. No, it's cool. Don't worry about it, Dinesliff. It's okay. But actually, if you wanted to go back, no, it's okay. I'm just being silly. If you wanted to go back though, it's three Patreon live streams ago. There is actually that song you're looking for. I probably won't do an individual video. I probably will do a video on the Varka music because apparently it's great. So that I can actually expect. Nope. Nope. Goodbye. No. Yeah, if you want to go back, I think I liked it. Dinesliff, that would be Friday the 13th of February is the live stream if you're looking for that one. And it's near the back half, just FYI. I hope I liked it. I can't remember. Hopefully you won't be disappointed. But yeah, so we did it. How many songs did we listen to this month? We listened to 20, 40. I look like Andrew Tate. I'm way more attractive than Andrew Tate. Also, that guy's blocked. Andrew Tate is the biggest douchebag in the world. Fuck Andrew Tate. Yeah, we listened to quite a bit this month. Just about a little under 80, 85 songs, give or take. I think about 83 songs. Anyway, yeah, so that's it for me for this music stuff. I look nothing like Andrew Tate. First of all, Andrew Tate is thinner, but also Andrew Tate's entire face just screams douchebag. So I would say that is not a compliment. So the game plan for the rest of the month, for those of you that are interested, or for the rest of I guess March is gonna be funny. But so in a couple hours, I'm a much better singer than Andrew Tate at a bare minimum. Yes, that's true. In a couple of minutes, actually, in like 15 or 20 minutes, I'm also not a child. Yeah, no, imagine. Thank you, Shell. We'll be popping over to Wuthering Waves. I'll be doing that because then I have to do my taxes. So I have to be a little bit quick about that. So we'll be doing Wuthering Waves in a separate live stream here in about 15-20 minutes. Tomorrow, I may honestly start streaming Resident Evil 9 tomorrow after my podcast with Jesse, but that would be until like 2:00. And I kind of try to take Fridays pretty easy, so I may just hold off. It's about a 10-hour playthrough, so I kind of expect that I'll just do Resident Evil 9 Monday, Tuesday. After that, Thursday we'll be listening to next week we'll be listening to the soundtrack of Echochrome and Echochrome 2 by Acadian requested that. And that'll be next week. And then other stuff. Yes, Red Car, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for the taxes reminder. Yeah, I'm not happy about it. Yeah. So, and then I think Monster Hunter Story, I'll probably do a poll about Monster Hunter Stories 3, because if there's a lot of interest, then I'll stream it. If there's not, I'll probably play it on my own. Crimson Desert will be the big game of the year, of the month. That I'll probably, honestly, I may forgo my entire schedule and just play voraciously. Also, I would expect next week, for those of you that like this kind of stuff, to come and hang out. I will be doing some OST filming live. I kind of miss it. I kind of just like being live all the time. It actually keeps me pretty accountable. So I'll also be doing that. Signalis, I might honestly re-add to the list just because I didn't. Am I able to tell people? No, I think it's pre-recorded. I don't think it's live. So yeah. Hey, thanks, Volaticus. Appreciate that so much. Oh, it's live? Oh shit. I didn't know they did the Geek Enders live. Well, I better go to the bathroom before. Dude, I don't understand people complaining about Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Switch 2. That 60 FPS boost is so good. And people are getting refunds for textures because Monolith Soft can do better. Dude, what? I can't. It's like, bro, how entitled? Okay, I'm going to say this. You may disagree with it, and that's okay. How entitled can you be? Oh, I had no idea. The fact that you can play Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Switch 2 at 60 FPS is more than enough. I don't need fucking textures to be perfect. Not for a game that old. I understand. It's $5 update. It's not even that much. Ugh. Hi, Leon. Don't say the quiet part out loud. Oh, it's live on Dodger's channel. Oh. Yeah, I had to play a bunch of Next Fest demos. I mean, it's so good. It actually, yeah, the 60 FPS thing is huge. It's a refund thing is overblown. It was a rare exception occurrence on Reddit. Classic. All right, we'll be back in a little bit for Wuthering Waves. Give me like 15 minutes. Krem, if you want to set up that stream for me, buddy, I would appreciate it, but I can also do it myself. I know you're working today, so no stress. When you have known previous games of Tetsuya Takahashi, the Chronicles games are a deep fall. Pokemon Day tomorrow. I wish I had like a Pokemon episode to release. Alas. I do have the Zelda 40th video finally done. I think it's uploaded. No, not yet. Yeah. All right, guys. I will be back in a little bit for a pretty short stream, to be honest, but pretty short stream for Woowa, just the story. Won't do anything else. See you in a bit. And I know I could stream Pokemon Snap tomorrow. Thank you guys as always. See you on next Friday for the first March Patreon live stream of the month. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Yeah, I know. Have fun with taxes. Oh my God. Oof. See you guys.